Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick again, and this is the game Who Won the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my PBEM match against KilRoy on the new game version 27. This is still scenario 1 with no other additional modifications. We are now in March 42, so this means this is the last month of Japanese amphibious unload and loading bonus. So more or less the last month where Japan can try to achieve fast victories somewhere on the map. One of my patrol boats getting hit by Mark 14 because in this game there is working American torpedoes already at the start of the war, so not 90% that, only 10% that, like every other torpedo. KilRoy is also back to bombard Cormac with his heavy cruisers, and he damage and destroy some more airplanes on the ground. But there's a lot of sinking sounds, and these are all allied ships, maybe related to Marshall Islands. There are many ships in port burning down, and maybe now sinking. After I took Batavia, I have of course to clean the port before I can use it. So, and because Japan have not really long range, of course Japan can also use destroyers or APDs to sweep mines, but the risk to hit a mine with this kind of ships is, at least for me, a little high, so I always try to use local minesweepers. But you must prepare the ships and move them early on out in position because they don't have range and they're slow. So, and again, the next bombardment, again, this is bombardment against ships in the port. PT boats, APs. Still something to hit. So, and in China, everyday damage, kill, disable Chinese units on the ground. It would cost or save supplies if you keep all of these air wings maybe on training only. You still train your pilots. You can save supplies. It's always a question where you use your supplies. So my carriers are now north of Cormac, and it looks like I don't find the enemy carriers. KilRoy already moved away. But I can at least attack here these heavy cruisers. Attack means not hit them so far. But okay, now. Maybe I'm out of torpedoes, I'm not so sure. These are all single airplanes attacking. Not sure why. Okay, so the second hit with penetration. New Orleans also get a hit, but no penetration, so this will only make one system damage or two in best case. Okay, I lose a dive bomber, but I also hit with a bomb. It is, I think, acceptable. Still not really a successful, I mean, not a over successfully strike, but still two heavy cruisers each a hit. Makes them less efficient in surface engagement, and maybe it's enough damage to keep them for 1 month in the shipyard. But they still can escape if there is no afternoon strike. Yeah, with a little luck, my scout airplanes can also maybe create a on-the-fly hit. But the chance is always very small. Even if there is reported hit, I think maybe only 10 to 20% real hit. And then there's the next question if it's a hit or it's a hit with penetration. I don't know if the game then also simulates this for search or scout mission. So more bombardments for this port, more ships on fire or sinking. Often also many PT boats going down. They have of course not much value. They're purely, I think, harbor defense units. So more ground attacks, and this time there are some. So there is a carrier nearby, or KilRoy's dive bombers in range still from Comac, but not in range of my carriers. But I have your local caps, and you have no escort maybe more. So I intercept them and kill them. And more coming. And also this airstrike gets slaughtered. Marauders and B-17s are taking near melee. Yeah, some damage, but not too much. So, afternoon strike. Maybe with torpedoes, I'm not too sure. No, still only bombs. No hits, so pity. And it looks like that the fire is already under control. The issue with my torpedo bombers is that, of course, I always train torpedo bombers normally first for torpedo attack, and after that for search missions, so that they can find something. But navy attack with bombs is the next, well, first the third skill I teach a pilot for torpedo bombers. So yeah, and it's also not so easy to make a horizontal bomb run. So I'm not surprised that most of my attacks failed. Good. So bombardment Naichang. only to burn supplies each other, and I hope I have simply more supplies in China than the Chinese now. Changsha, I think the third battle. Today I can take the city. Light losses only for me. Chinese are pushback. Bengkal is also full. This is a small base, but there's some oil, so always good to take. Sepang still hold out, but at least I can take the fort down. Cebu. This is now Allied bombardment. Allied bombardment also here on Nomaya. You can also see that there's a bombardment, but this is my reinforcements. So I have already reinforcements in Nomaya. This is Nanchang. The bombardment is a little in favor for the Chinese, but I think it's acceptable. The base force gets kicked back in Burma, and nothing else happened. Okay, so no carrier engagement. My strike on the enemy heavy cruisers was at least a hit. 4 bomb hits, but only 3 counting. Most important was, or most successful was maybe my zeros. They intercept a lot of incoming dive bombers. So we have a kill ratio of 17-4. So a lot of dive bombers lost Fort KilRoy. And a bunch of other airplanes. 2 killed pilot for me. Okay. Ship sunk. Last turn was I lost one of my patrol boats. Okay, can happen. But there was a lot of sinking sound, so there's a lot of ships going off the map without direct notice. So maybe in 1 or 2 months I will have a huge reported sinking of Allied ships later on. So I try to open the road to Yan'an again, and also the connection between Xi'an and Yan'an. So this is only cleanup operations. Changsha fall. This base is, I think, mostly always destroyed. I'm not more sure if there's a change in this new version of the game, but there's not really much to win. So Changsha is a useless base, I mean, at least for industry. In Burma, yeah. So there's no forces maybe here, so not sure. But I move slowly more north and take everything. I was able to take here this, so you have here some light industry, some resources. Most important here is the oil, and nothing is disabled. That is good. My forces also arrive in Batavia, so maybe next turn I can finish this Dutch resistance completely. And I arrive in Jakarta with my tanks, so maybe next turn I can really finish all presence on Java and officially call this campaign over. Cebu is still, I think I must bring some more reinforcements, but then this is also over. Most activity we had here at New Caledonian. So KilRoy moved west direction of Brisbane. I was not able to catch him, so my tactic is still more defensive, safe. Make sure that Comac and Luganville, all Allied shipping in this area would be intercepted, or had an airstrike on it, and it works. I only know sure I'm low on torpedoes, or out of torpedoes. Yeah, this carrier has some torpedoes, but I think I changed them all to bombs. Yeah, maybe I can must. This is always you must manage normally every carrier by yourself, because torpedoes is related to carriers, and most of the Japanese carriers, they don't have so many torpedoes, so yeah. Marshall Islands sinking of ships continue. So now I have here only reported 6 ships back. I think at the beginning it was nearly 30. The question is, of course, if they were sinking or if KilRoy was able to escape with some ships here. This I cannot separate. I have your submarines in position to maybe intercept incoming, outgoing ships, but there's also a lot of stuff here still in the open sea, and a lot of auxiliary or bombers or whatever KilRoy have here. I'm not so sure. Maybe supply airplanes, and then they maybe they running supply missions from Wake. I don't know. Hard to say. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.